guys, welcome to my channel Funimae. And in today's video we'll be going over the top 10 Isekai anime where the main character is badass, super strong and overpowered. So sit back, relax and enjoy as we dive into the video, and if you do enjoy the video don't forget to leave a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also turn on your notification for more upcoming top 10 videos. Now without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Number 10 is Isekai, from commonplace to world's strongest. The ordinary life of 17-year-old otaku, Hajime Nagumo is disrupted when he and his classmates are summoned to a fantasy world, and tasked with saving mankind. While his classmates are gifted with impressive abilities useful in combat, Hajime is belittled for only gaining an inferior transmutation skill that lacks any real offensive power. During an expedition in the Great Orcus Labyrinth, Hajime is betrayed by one of his classmates, plummeting him to the bottom of an abyss. Though he survives the fall, Hajime is faced with menacing monsters and misfortunes that send him spiraling into a grim nightmare. Desperate to live and return home one day, he resolves to fight for his survival, only to meet an imprisoned vampire he names Yue, who is also seeking to escape the labyrinth. Taking an interest in him, Yue and a few others along the way accompany Hajime on his journey to find a way back home, while steadily transforming from commonplace to the world's strongest. Number 9 is How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. When it comes to the fantasy MMORPG Cross Reverie, none can match the power of the Demon King Diablo. Possessing the game's rarest artifacts and an unrivaled player level, he overpowers all foolish enough to confront him. But despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer devoid of any social skills. Defeating hopeless challengers day by day, Takuma cares about nothing else but his virtual life, that is, until a summoning spell suddenly transports him to another world where he is Diablo's appearance. In this new world resembling his favorite game, Takuma is greeted by the two girls who summon him, ᴇʟᴏᴏ, a petite Pantherian adventurer, and Shara Greenwood, a busty elf summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual in an attempt to subjugate him, but the spell backfires and causes them to become his slaves instead. With the situation now becoming more awkward than ever, Takuma decides to accompany the girls in finding a way to unbind their contract while learning to adapt to his new existence, as the menacing Demon King. Number 8 is Log Horizon. In the blink of an eye, 30,000 bewildered Japanese gamers are whisked from their everyday lives into the world of the popular MMORPG, Elder Tale, after the game's latest update, unable to log out. Among them is a socially awkward college student Shiro, whose confusion and shock lasts only a moment as, a veteran of the game, he immediately sets out to explore the limits of his new reality. Shiro must learn to live in this new world, leading others and negotiating with the NPC natives in order to bring stability to the virtual city of Akihabara. He is joined by his unfortunate friend Naotsugu, having logged in for the first time in years only to find himself trapped, and Akatsuki, a petite but fierce assassin who labels Shiro as her master. A tale of fantasy, adventure, and politics, Log Horizon explores the elements of gaming through the eyes of a master strategist, who attempts to make the best of a puzzling situation. Number 7 is, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker, who is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo, other than failing to nail down a girlfriend even once throughout his life. In the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the streets and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a peculiar voice echoes in his mind, and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. When Satoru regains consciousness, he discovers that he is reincarnated as a goop of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably, the power to devour anything and mimic its appearance and abilities. Now, liberated from the mundanities of his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. As he grows accustomed to his new physique, his gooey antics ripple throughout the world, gradually altering his fate. Number 6 is The Rise of the Shield Hero. Stories of old tell of 4 otherworldly heroes, wielding the sword, spear, bow, and shield, who defended the land from wave after wave of calamity. With the fate of the world in balance, the kingdom of ᴛᴏᴘᴏᴍᴇ summons these legendary figures. In modern-day Japan, the call is answered, and the unwitting heroes are transported to this fantasy universe. Thrust into ᴛᴏᴘᴏᴍᴇ and given the title of Shield Hero, Otaku Naofumi Iwatani is labeled the weakest due to his lack of offensive capability, and apparent inexperience. When the heroes part ways to start their journeys, he only has one willing companion, the beautiful Princess Mina ᴛᴏᴘᴏᴑ. However, she soon betrays him, steals all his money, and accuses him of taking advantage of her. For his alleged crimes, Naofumi is branded a criminal and made outcast of society. With hatred filling his heart, he sets out alone, vowing vengeance against those who wronged him. Number 5 is Isekai Cheat Magician. Regular high schooler Taichi Nishimura and his childhood friend, Rin Azuma, are on their way to school one ordinary morning. Suddenly, a glowing light envelops them, transporting them to a fantasy world full of magical creatures. Upon their arrival, Taichi and Rin are threatened by a beast. They are promptly saved by a group of adventurers, who advise the pair that traveling unarmed and inexperienced makes them vulnerable to the recently increasing monster attacks. Taichi and Rin are directed to the guild, where they can determine their magical aptitude, and register as adventurers. However, the test they take reveals an unprecedented result. Taichi and Rin possess extraordinary powers that far surpass the standard mage, instantly transforming them from typical high school students, to the ultimate cheat magicians. Number 4 is Sword Art Online. In the year 2022, virtual reality has progressed by leaps and bounds, and a massive online role-playing game called Sword Art Online, nicknamed SAO, is launched. With the aid of nerve gear technology, players can control their avatars within the game, using nothing but their own thoughts. Kirito is among the lucky few enthusiasts who get their hands on the first shipment of the game. He logs in to find himself, with 10,000 others, in the scenic and elaborate world of Aincrad, one full of fantastic medieval weapons and gruesome monsters. However, in a cruel turn of events, the players soon realize they cannot log out. The game's creator has trapped them in his new world, until they complete all 100 levels of the game. Sword Art Online is not all fun and games. If they die in Aincrad, they die in real life. Kirito must adapt to his new reality, fight for his survival, and hopefully break free from his virtual hell. Number 3 is No Game No Life. No Game No Life is a surreal comedy that follows Sora and Shiro, Shedinite siblings and the online gamer duo behind the legendary username Blank. They view the real world as just another lousy game. However, a strange email challenging them to a chess match changes everything. The brother and sister are plunged into an otherworldly realm, where they meet Tet, the god of games. The mysterious god welcomes Sora and Shiro to Disboard, a world where all forms of conflict, from petty squabbles to the fate of whole countries, are settled not through war, but by way of high-stake games. This system works thanks to a fundamental rule, wherein each party must wager something they deem to be of equal value to the other party's wager. In this strange land where the very idea of humanity is reduced to child's play, the indifferent genius gamer duo of Sora and Shiro have finally found a real reason to keep playing games, to unite the 16 races of Disboard, defeat Tet, and become the gods of this new, gaming is everything world. Number 2 is Wise Man's Grandchild. In the kingdom of Earlside, Merlin Walford was once regarded as a national hero, hailed for both his power and achievements. Preferring a quiet life however, he secludes himself deep in the rural woods, dedicating his time to raising an orphan that he saved. This orphan is Shin, a normal salaryman in modern-day Japan who was reincarnated into Merlin's world, while still retaining his past memories. As the years pass, Shin displays unparalleled talent in both magic casting and martial arts, much to Merlin's constant amazement. On his 15th birthday however, it becomes apparent that Shin only developed his combat skills and nothing else, leaving him with blatant social awkwardness, a lack of common sense, and a middling sense of responsibility. As a result, Shin enrolls in the kingdom's magic academy to hone his skills, and mature among other teenagers. However, living a normal life is impossible, as he is established as a local celebrity almost as soon as he arrives. And finally, the best for last, number 1 is Overpowered. The final hour of the popular virtual reality game Yggdrasil has come. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild ᴪᴇᴏ, decides to spend his last few moments in the game, as the servers begin to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character, and, moreover, the non-player characters appear to have developed personalities of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate, and take control of this new world, with the hopes of figuring out what has caused this development, and if there may be others in the same predicament. Hope you enjoyed today's lists, and if you did, why not hit that thumbs up button down below, and maybe share with your friends, that would be appreciated very much, and of course do subscribe. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.